for another split format Yu-Gi-Oh match. On the bottom we have Shy playing Ballpark Insects, basically the giant Ballpark field spell with a bunch of insect good stuff pieces, and Lubob on the top is playing Time Thieves. He starts off with Startup to summon Resonator without taking up his normal summon. Gets a Winder, which searches Retrograde. Very solid interruption piece for Time Thieves. And then he's getting an Adjuster, which is a Foolish Burial for Time Thief cards. That's pretty cool. I didn't know they had any, like... Well, I know some of them revive themselves in the graveyard, but I don't know why he sent Time Thief Hack. That doesn't have a grave effect, does it? I don't think so. I wonder why he sent that. And then he sets 2 and passes with Redoer, which should have taken... Okay, yeah. Ooh, it took a trap. He said base. That's really good. That gives Redoer another interruption. So now we know he has at least Retrograde plus a spin. Shy is going to start off... I don't know what any of these cards do. Start off with Normal Summon, Resonance, Battle Wasp, Pin summons itself for free. You control an insect. And then looks like he's going to make a Link 2 off of that. Ooh. Shinobi Insect, Haga Kurimino. While this points to a monster, which it does not, but even if you summon it here, the Redoer can just banish itself for the turn anyway. Your opponent cannot target this for attacks. If a monster this card points to is destroyed, you can summon an insect from your hand or graveyard. Interesting. So I guess the idea is have it point to a monster and then kill that monster. And we see Resonance Insect searching a Doom Dozer when it is sent from the field to the graveyard. Nice +1 right there. This Link 2 doesn't seem that good. Wonder what he's going to do with it. Maybe it was just the only option he had. He's going to banish Resonance Insect for Doom Dozer. Get a Foolish Burial. That's such a cool combo. Resonance Insect just works so well with these other cards. He's going to mill a Goki Pole, which turns his Foolish into a Rhoda. And then if he gets a... Yep, then he can special summon this for free with Goki Pole and then destroy a monster on the field. And since that's all one effect, Lubob should not be able to chain Redoer at this point. So, yeah, you can't do that, Lubob. You can't activate an effect in the middle of a chain resolving. I said the same thing. Yeah, you can't respond mid-effect. It looks like Shai's just gonna let him do it anyway. Because this is a... Actually, it's a tournament match, not a practice match. So if Shai's just being way nicer than he actually has to. Gonna see an attack into a Raigeki break. That's pretty bad. That's just a -1 to save life points. That's not really worth it. And the mill could have even helped Lubob if he got lucky. So yeah, Lubob's not looking too good. He has his Redoer, but... Oh, and he does still have his Retrograde, so that's nice. Okay, so we see Raigeki break activate. Retrograde is going to negate and attach. Okay, maybe Lubob's not as bad off as I thought, because Shai doesn't really have any board state going for him. What's going on here? He detached a trap, so... Huh? I'm confused. What just happened? Why is Redoer... What? Place a card your opponent controls on top of the deck. Why did it... Oh well, maybe y'all can tell me in the comments what I missed. I'm not sure why Redoer's in the graveyard right now. And I'm not sure why this is still on the field. I don't know. So we see normal summon Winder, special summon Adjuster, kind of like a Kage Tokage effect. Adjuster's gonna mill Flyback, very good card. Flyback, what? Flyback's good. That lets you put a trap from your opponent's graveyard onto your redoer. I don't understand. Flyback is good. He just makes Perpetua instead. During the standby phase, you can revive a... He better do that. You can use a Perpetua in the standby phase to revive Redoer, and then Redoer in the standby phase can take a... Okay, yeah, he is. Can take a card from the top of your opponent's deck. And you can also just straight up attach any Time Thief card from deck to the Redoer. So he can... Yeah, you can go ahead and attach the Flyback now. Did he just not mill anything? Wait, why was the... Did he not mill anything off Adjuster? I don't know why he wouldn't mill Flyback, or like one of these guys that can revive itself. Redoer does proc there. It's the standby phase. It says during the standby phase. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Lubob is playing this deck suboptimally, based on what I've seen. He's gonna use Perpetua to attach Flyback. Okay, that's good. He still missed his chance to take a card with Redoer. And Shai just didn't say anything, because this is a tournament match. You're not obligated to help your opponent if they misplay. You see normal summon Goki Pole, link it off for Almirage to get the Foolish Burial effect. No, sorry, not a Foolish Burial effect, a Rhoda effect. And then he's going to summon the Shiny Black Sea and get a free pop. And again, Lubob is activating Redoer in the middle of a chain, which is definitely not allowed. Ooh, this is a cool card. Malevolent Sin. Banish one of your opponent's monsters until their next standby phase. So it basically just clears the board for an attack. Or it can bait out a negate or something. And after it attacks, it gains 300 attack. Okay, it doesn't even matter. He could have used the banish effect before making this card, though. I wonder why he didn't. Could have taken Perpetua's material away. Maybe he has a way to attack over it or something. Oh, yep, this will spin it. You can detach material, spin a defense mode monster into the deck, and then it just gives itself free materials if something changes position. Oh, you detach. Why is he detaching two? It's only one. Why are you detaching? Oh, you have to detach two materials just to summon it in the first place. And then this is going to detach the third one to get the spin. Attack for 2200. I don't know why Shai keeps letting Lubob activate cards in the middle of chain resolutions. Oh, okay. Normal summon regulator. Maybe he can come back. This honestly feels like a pretty close game. Because Time Thieves do have a pretty good grind game. And he does have Flyback in the graveyard to get another interruption. He hasn't used any of his revives. Can't some of these cards revive themselves? Okay, that one couldn't because nothing got destroyed by battle. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can summon it. Okay, so that's a timing thing. Maybe they don't revive themselves as easily as I thought. You're gonna see a Redoer so he can attack over the digital bug. You can banish this. Oh, cool. Startup can banish from the graveyard to attach 3 materials. Oh, that's why he milled the hack, so he would have a spell to draw a card. That is cool. Time Thieves have such a cool grind game. That's a cool effect. And then he's going to use Flyback to take an... Why would you take a monster? Why wouldn't you take a spell to get a draw? He doesn't have a spell, that's why. Duh. Or a trap to get a second... Because when Redoer banishes itself, you lose all these materials if you haven't used them, so you might as well get a trap. So you can use the trap, and then next time you use Redoer, detach a trap and a monster to protect itself. I don't know why you wouldn't take a second trap. You already have more than enough monsters on this. I would have taken a second trap to get another interruption. He attacks over the digital bug. Shai has no response. Oh, cool. So, same play he made turn 1. On normal summon, he's going to bounce that to the top of the deck. I feel like that's going to end Shy's turn. I wonder why he hasn't used this Gold Sark this whole time. He can Gold Sark that Resonance Insect to get a mill. Oh, and he just forfeits right there. I feel like he had plays. Gold Sark the Resonance Insect to search another Doomdozer. Summon the Doomdozer. Battle Wasp summons itself. And then attack and then make a link 2 after that, maybe? I don't know. Shy knows his deck better than me, that's for sure. Maybe he really didn't have anything he could do. So we see game 1 go to Time Thieves. We're going to have Startup to special Chrono Quarter. Okay, this is the one that summons itself really easily from the graveyard. Because all you have to do is, like, redo or banish itself. Or Perpetua gets killed in battle or something. And it revives itself. I think he searched Retrograde just now. Regulate. He searched Regulator. Maybe he must already have the Retrograde then. What? I'm confused. Why? Oh, he wanted Regulator for follow-up, I guess. And he didn't need the Retrograde since he already has 2 interruptions anyway. 1 interruption, because you can't use both flyback effects in the same turn. So he has 1 interruption with the Mind Over Matter. But if you tribute Redoer, you don't get its effects. I don't know. I would have searched the Regulator, because he kind of, like, if you Mind Over Matter your Redoer away, you're kind of just out of stuff right now, aren't you? Because you won't get Chrono Quarter, because Redoer didn't leave while Chrono Quarter was in the graveyard. So I don't think Chrono Quarter would be able to summon itself back. That's questionable. He's going to fly back another flyback. I hope he knows he can't... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm silly. He can. That is an interruption. I'm dumb. I was interpreting this thing for some reason as you can't detach it from Redoer the same turn, which makes no sense. I'm totally wrong. He has 1 interruption, and then after he does that, if he doesn't detach a monster, then he can Mind Over Matter for a 2nd interruption. And he is going to spin the Ballpark back to the top of the deck. Interesting. Ballpark wasn't even going to do anything that turn anyway. That's kind of funny. I wonder if Shy's happy that happened. Draw phase Fiendish Chain. Redoer can chain to banish itself. Or... Okay. I don't understand. Or you can tribute the Redoer so it doesn't get negated. That makes even less sense. In my opinion. Maybe Bob knows something I don't. Ooh, okay, and we're gonna destroy the Regulator on summon. Why would you not chain Redoer? Why would you chain Mind Over Matter? Just chain Redoer to protect itself, and you won't have to worry about the Fiendish. I don't know. And Lubob's turn just ended because he did not have anything after normal summon Regulator. Shy draws the Ballpark again, activates it, passes. This is funny. Neither side has any monsters. Kind of a top deck war now. Oh, and there we go. He can attack for 200 and trigger a Ballpark. To mill a shiny Black Armor C and then summon 2 more. Oh, he can summon all 3 if he wants. Yep, attack for 200. What's the... He can also just burn for 200. Interesting. That must be a Battle Wasp theme. So he's going to mill the Black Armor C and then summon 2 more of them and maybe the one from the graveyard. Oh, they can attack that turn. Oh, that's another 4,000... Holy crap. 6,000 damage out of nowhere. Okay. I didn't even think about them being able to attack that same turn right after being summoned, but that makes sense. And now he went from 0 monsters on board to 4 monsters on board. This is cool. Discard. Okay, so he can't do that. Just equips an insect from deck. And then he can shuffle 3 insects back to draw a card. Kind of like Daigusto Emerald. And that'll set his Ballpark up again for another use. That's really cool. He's making a Tornado Dragon. Pop this back row. I think Shy has a guaranteed win at this point. I don't think Blue Bob can play through this. Or play out of this. Yep, he's going to get the Daigusto Emerald effect to get another draw. So, okay, cool. Now he has a play set up for next turn. And Lubob forfeits. Makes sense. Shy definitely have game next turn. Ooh, Lairweiler. That's a sick card. Wow, that's so cool. I didn't expect this to actually see play. Its name. Okay, so we have normal summon adjuster, mill. Wait, did he? Okay, yeah, he milled the startup. He didn't activate the startup. And then we're gonna have Brigandine summon itself, so easy rank 4, redoer. My classic move. Yep, super solid. Now, redoer is already an interruption. Don't even need to fly back to it or anything. Shy has 3 pops, 2 vanillas. He's playing Black Armor Sea and Insect Knight. Interesting. Let's see, fly back for a spell. So you can draw a card, I guess. Interesting. Oh, okay. Blind MST. Hit the layer wire. Unfortunate. Layer wire. Raigeki break to discard an insect and then layer wire to banish that one for another pop would have been really nice. Wait, yeah, okay, yeah, that's only face-ups. He can't do that. But he can draw a card. Yo, these cards suck. He's gonna draw a card, draw for turn. Steal a resonance insect, yep. Winder search retrograde. Wow, is looking really solid over here. Oh my goodness. Startup for... Okay, that was a waste of a startup in my opinion. You already have a trap card for an interruption. I think Lubob's getting kind of greedy. I would have saved that until I needed it. Or until I had a second redoer out. Never mind, redoer is hard once per turn. I would have saved the startup, is my point. I think Lubob's getting greedy. He already had a trap and a monster on redoer. This is kind of overkill, I feel. You see a Raigeki break to pop the redoer. And now if Lubob wants to protect it, or even if he doesn't, he's going to lose all those materials. Oh, nice. Double Raigeki break, and it's once per turn, so he can't do it again. And now he is not going to get that detach effect. Because you can't detach from yourself if you're not even on the field. Yeah, that startup was definitely a waste. If he didn't do that, he would have had a more of a grind game to speak of, I feel. Yeah, if he didn't do that, Chrono Quarter would have revived itself just now. And then he could have Ixies for a second redoer rank main phase 2. Right? Yeah, because he attached that Chrono Quarter with startup. If he hadn't done that, he would have been able to make a rank 4 in his second main phase. How is he... What? Yeah, Shai said, what? You can't do that. You can't even do that in the first place because Chrono Quarter wasn't there when Redoer died. Chrono Quarter was attached to Redoer, so... That wasn't a misclick, Lubob. You just... You miss... That's an illegal play. That's not even a misplay. You just aren't allowed to do that in the first place. Yeah, he should have definitely not activated the startup effect, so then he would have been able to Chrono Quarter. And then he could have startup for another interruption, and he would be in a much better spot. I think Lubob kind of threw the game there, maybe. Or at least put himself in a much worse position than he would have been otherwise. Because now instead of a redoer with an interruption and a draw, he just has nothing. It's unfortunate. This might be OTK. Shai can prevent the damage with Ballpark. Summon 3 more. Okay. I guess that's why he plays 2 different ones. Oh, does he only play 2? Okay, there's the third one. If you already have 1 on board, you can still summon 3. You're not... Basically gives you a higher ceiling. That should be OTK. Yeah. I think Lubob definitely threw the game by activating that startup when he just didn't have to, because he already had a redoer with an interruption. And that also stopped him from using... He should have attached the adjuster instead of the Chrono Quarter. he basically made his Chrono Corner dead when he didn't need to. Huh. Okay then. And that is the end of the match. Shy wins with Ballpark 2-1. We did get to see cool plays from both sides. I really like this insect deck. It has a lot of cards you don't get to see very often, like a Lair Wire and Doom Dozer and Insect Knight. That was a cool match. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I will be uploading more soon.